And your poker face says that you're so damn surprised. There's so many people come and go in your life. Even a blind man can see all the things you do wrong. This habit's like addiction if you do it too long. And there's no consolation or rehabilitation. You live a life of persuasion and human manipulation. I'd like to thank you for giving me the blues. It's the only thing you ever gonna do. No more listening to you. The time's up now, game over. I'd rather be 6 feet under than to end up like you. A red-faced joker dancing circles round the truth. Hit me as hard as you like, my skin can no longer bruise. I'm bulletproof from all the shit. I'd like to thank you for giving me the blues. It's the only thing you ever gonna do. No more listening to you. Time's up now, game over. You lose.
Shaun Kirk, thank you for giving me the blues. The single from his latest CD. So, Shaun, you say you like to turn positives or take positives from the negatives.
Yeah.
And that single, what inspired that?
Oh, well, long story. Like I have a father who I no longer speak to, and that was probably the main inspiration. And then, like I said, that idea of taking a negative and making it a positive. And
Yeah.
I got into like kind of blues stuff maybe 2 years ago, and it was not until maybe probably 6 months ago that I started thinking about blues in this way and thinking about the old blues players that started off, and they were often slaves for white men.
Yeah.
and had nothing except their guitar.
Yeah.
But they'd pick up their guitar and sing the blues, and that was what that was their turning a negative into a positive, really. Yeah. So that's pretty much the story behind that song.
Yeah, excellent. You've got 10 songs on this CD, and only 3 of them are covers, so you've done an awful lot of songwriting since we last saw you in.
Well, yeah, my last CD was released 2 years ago, but it feels like 5 years ago that thing was released, because I've just been touring pretty much non-stop for 2 years around the country, and that draws a lot of inspiration when you're driving for hours and you're seeing all these amazing things. But probably in the last 2 years as well, my songwriting style's definitely changed a lot as well, and so it takes me a lot longer to write a song now. I think I'm a bit more critical of myself. And
did you force that change on yourself, or did it just grow?
I don't know, maybe it was maybe just my progressing as a musician, I guess, and just, like I said, being a bit more critical on myself and not quite as lazy. So it felt like a long time to write the album, but theoretically 2 years isn't very long at all.
So when you're writing the lyrics, you're very self-critical and you go over them and over them.
Yeah.
Do you do the same with the tunes that go with the songs?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, sometimes every song comes along in a different way. It might be me driving along and then a line comes into my head, so I just jot that down and start singing it and stuff like that. Or I might just be playing my guitar and then this little riff comes in, and it just depends. Like, there's no real method to writing songwriting. If there was, then everyone would be doing it.
Yeah, that's right. We'll leave it to the talented ones. Which do you sweat over the most, the lyrics or the music?
Probably the lyrics, I reckon. Definitely, there's nothing worse than thinking that people might be thinking that your lyrics are corny or tacky or something like that. I mean, I don't stress over it too much. Like, I generally know when I feel comfortable with playing something and showing it and presenting it to other people. But, yeah, probably more lyrics than guitar-wise, yeah.
So you have your guitar in here and you're all ready to play something. What would you like to give us?
I'll do another song off the new album. It's a funny little tune called Chicken and Corn, which is a little diet that I developed when I first started touring around the country. And
because it was easy to cook? Well,
I didn't even cook it. I'd have corn from a can and chicken from a can, throw them in a bowl together and mash it up with a spoon and then eat it with the spoon. And that was, for about 2 months, that was my diet. So.
It's a long way down the road when you're not too sure which way you gotta go. You're 100,000 miles from home. You got your bed in the back and you're traveling all alone with your right arm hanging out the window, cooking like a lamb on a Sunday roast. There's a road map on the side seat, a backpack full of clothes. You got no reception on your mobile phone. It's just the way it goes when you're living on the road. Chicken and corn for lunch and dinner in a bowl. Wake every morning to the sun in my eyes. Jump in the front, I got an 8-hour drive to my next destination. And I really got to find the next petrol station to throw out all them empty bottles on the floor. Fill up my gas tank and drive a whole lot more. So hungry that it hurts and I'm running out of dough. But it's just the way it goes when you're living on the road. And I write this song in the middle of a rest stop. I had to change my tire 'cause the nail made it go pop. Down the road when you're not too sure which way you gotta go. You're 100,000 miles from home. Got your bed in the back and you're traveling all alone. And my ceiling's leaking more than Niagara Falls. How many roadside assistants must I call? Pedal to the metal, but still they overtake. A snail could move faster with his foot down on the brake. It's just the way it goes when you're living on the road. Chicken and corn is all I really know.